Hey guys, it's Mrs. Bryant. Welcome to the second part of writing linear equations in slope-intercept form. You'll remember from yesterday we learned how to write linear equations using a graph and using one point and a y-intercept and then finding the slope. Today we are going to be writing linear equations in slope-intercept form given 2 points. So let's go ahead and get started with today. I need you to go ahead and get out the paper I gave you in class today to take notes. Your slides will look a little different than mine, but when you see your slide on the screen, you need to make sure you take those notes. But you do need to pay attention through the entire video. So let's go ahead and get started. So just like yesterday, we are going to use the clues we are given to write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. And you'll remember that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. The only difference is that today our clues look just a little bit different. So yesterday we were given tables or a graph and then just some information, and we were able to come up with the equations. Today we are going to be given some points. So let's go ahead and get started. You'll notice that this is your first example. It says, given these clues, can you find my equation? We know the line passes through ordered pair 3, 4, and -2, -11. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find our m and we need to find our b. And if you remember, given 2 points, there are 2 ways that we can find slope. So we're going to do them both, and then you can choose the one you want to learn. So make a table. And then, y. Plug in your points. Find your slope. How do you get from 4 to -11? And that would be -15. And how do you get from 3 to -2? That would be -5. So to find slope, you do change in y over change in x. So -15 divided by -5 is 3. So our slope for our equation is 3. You can also do the formula, which is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So this would be x1, x2, y1, y2. So we have -11 minus 4 over -2 minus 3. And you'll get -15 over -5. And it's the same thing, so our answer is 3. This slide right here just shows you exactly what we just did. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and find what our b is. We know our m is 3. Now we're looking for our b. We know that our process was 3. 3 times 3. Well, 3 times 3 is 9, but what are we looking for? We are looking for 4. So how do I get from 9 to 4? And the answer is -5. So if I had x here and y here, our process would be 3x minus 5. So our b is -5. So our equation is y equals 3x minus 5. And that should go on your slide. You should have done all that work on this slide right here. So let's do another example so we're all on the same page. It says, given the clues, can you find my equation? Well, the line passes through -10, -5, and 5, 1. So we know we're looking for an m and we're looking for a b. First things first, find your slope. We're going to do it both ways. You can choose which way you want to do it. X process y. So -10, -5, 5, 1. How do you get from 5 to 1? Plus 6. 10 to 5 would be, or -10 to 5 would be 15. So 6 divided by 15 is Well, divide by 2, divide by 3. Divide by 3. And you get 2 over 5. So our slope is 2/5. Let's check it with our formula to make sure we get the same answer. x1, y1, x2, y2. So 1 minus a -5 divided by 5 minus a -10. Remember, two negatives become a positive. So I really have 6 over 15, and that simplifies to 2/5 because you can divide both by 3. So our slope is correct. Now, to find your y-intercept, or to find b, you need to go back to the process table. You know that it's 2/5 times -10, and I'm going to put that over 1 so it looks like a fraction. 2 times -10 is -20 divided by 5. So let's do the work down here. -20 divided by 5 is -4. But I know I need to get to -5, so I'm going to add 1, or am I going to subtract another one? And the answer would be to subtract another one. So you have x and you have y, so you know it's 2/5 x minus 1. So now we can write our equation. Y equals 2/5 x minus 1. So let's do another example. Given the clues, can you find my equation? The line has an x-intercept of -12 and a y-intercept of 3. I know this doesn't look like it has 2 points given, but it really does. Let's remember about x-intercepts. X-intercepts is where it crosses the x-axis. So if it crossed at 12, what is your y value? 0. So your point is -12, I'm sorry, that should have been over here, comma 0. So there's your first point. And then let's talk about a y-intercept. It crosses at 3. So what is your x value? Well, it didn't go anywhere, so your point is 0, comma 3. Now you have 2 points. So let's do our process table. We're looking for M and we're looking for B. Make sure you write that every time. X process Y. So our x is 0, our y is 3, our x is -12, our y is 0. So then that should be a negative. Find your change in x and change in y. So -3 divided by -12 is 1/4. So we know it's 1/4 times 0. Well, anything times 0 is 0, but I need to get to 3, so my y-intercept would be +3. So my slope is 1/4 and my y-intercept is 3. So our equation is 1/4 x plus 3. Now, I can give you a little hint. If you will put a 0 in for x in your process table, you will automatically find your y because your x will always be a 0. So when you have fractions, it won't be so scary. So there's your equation for that problem. It says, given the clues, can you find my equation? The line passes through -5, -13, -5, and -2. You're looking for an M and you're looking for a B. Draw your process table. Fill in your numbers. Find your changes. So that's 11. This would be 0. So you're looking for, this is what you're going to get. And we know that that is undefined. So if we look at it on a graph, we know that we are going to have a vertical line going through x. So what is our x? -5. So that would be what your line looks like. So our equation would just be x equals -5. We will finish our foldable in class on Monday, so make sure you have done your notes and are ready for class on Monday. Please leave your name in a comment below so I know who has watched the video. Again, I will say, please leave your name in the comments below so I know who watched the video. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you in class on Monday.